My name's Tyrone Chatman, and I'm the executive director of this Michigan Veterans Foundation. And one of the projects that we operate is the Detroit Veterans Center, which is a 104-bed transitional living environment for homeless veterans. We also have what we call a vet rescue program, so that if a veteran is homeless for whatever reasons, they can come here and appropriate services will be provided. So we could accommodate up to about 30 veterans in that program component.
Great.
And then we also have the facility that we're in now, which is called the Veterans Service Center. So it's a program for vets run by vets, and we utilize what we call the vet-on-vet approach. We try to reacquaint these men and women with their military mindset with the hope that they will use it to move forward and hopefully regain their stability and live a positive, productive, tax-paying lifestyle. For the veterans that are coming back from the current theater, they're coming home with post-traumatic stress disorder, which is very much like veterans from other combat theaters. But our concern with this particular veterans population is the multiple deployments and the fact that in some cases the PTSD either may be further exacerbated by redeployment into that combat environment, or in some cases it has not yet been diagnosed, and that these men are coming home with post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, loss of limbs, etc. And for those who are coming back to the Detroit metropolitan area proper, well, we know what the unemployment numbers are here. Even though we are of the mindset that if we can't find jobs for our veterans, we're certainly going to make jobs. So we're going to do some entrepreneurial kinds of missions for our vets. But, you know, their challenges are very much like veterans, again, from other conflicts. You know, they're coming back. They've parked their lives, number one. Their friends are that much further ahead with their marriages, their careers, their education. And so the troops are wanting to come back home and hurry up and get plugged in. And therein lies the challenge, especially for those who are coming back here. So here, though, the veterans can come. We have employment placement assistance. We are identifying employment skills training programs, and as I mentioned, we are doing some entrepreneurial kinds of activities ourselves with pizza delivery, online bookstore, thrift store, and another item that we're referring to as walking tacos, which we haven't launched that mission yet, but we intend to do it. Instinctively, sometimes veterans gravitate towards the use of alcohol. I'll talk about that because that's the most readily available drug. It's legal. You can get it just about anywhere. When you talk about issues like post-traumatic stress disorder, what you have happening are intrusive thoughts, and we say that the mind is very busy and that the veteran is looking to quiet their mind to eliminate these intrusive thoughts, the reoccurring thoughts perhaps about the firefight, if that's what they were in, or the trauma associated with a particular event. And so they find that using alcohol does provide temporary mental respite, and I say temporary because ultimately you'll get to the point of inebriation and eventually pass out, and then it starts all over again. Well, the problem with that is, of course, alcohol can be physiologically and psychologically addictive. And so through the repetitive use of it, unbeknownst to them, at least not initially, they begin to develop a dependence for it. And suddenly it becomes that one product that they feel gives them some relief, although they're creating a whole new set of issues for themselves on a long-term basis. So when you talk about men who've been in combat situations and who have issues like I just described, again, they'll begin to do some things, or they'll begin to seek things out that they think will help quiet their minds. And sometimes it's not just alcohol. Sometimes there are other drugs that they move towards, because some may say alcohol is a gateway drug, but not necessarily. Of course, it can cause you to lose your inhibitions and the ability to maintain any kinds of rationale, et cetera, et cetera. And so you may have a propensity to begin to experiment with some other drug. And if in your mind you feel that drug gives you some relief, then you'll start using that drug all over again. And again, the issue now is through repeated use is the dependency that's developed as a result of that. And then that creates a whole other set of problems for that veteran. So not only are we dealing with the clinical issue of post-traumatic stress, but now we're dealing with the chemical dependency issues. And so now we have to try to eliminate the chemical dependency so we can get to the true nature of who the individual is and begin to try to at least develop some kind of a plan of intervention to help that veteran move past that. And so it's just a whole plethora of issues that develop surrounding drugs and alcohol and behaviors. And soldiers are soldiers. They're not politicians. They don't make the decisions to deploy. So when you start ranting and raving at the troops and saying, you guys are this and you guys are that, we go, hey, cut it out already. You know, we basically took the oath, put the uniform on, and did whatever it was that we were required to do. Again, you know, I'm a Vietnam veteran. Certainly, when I came home, it was an extremely unpopular time. And the name calling and the things that people were saying about us, which really were quite hurtful, and quite honestly were not on point. And for the Vietnam veterans, people went on to say, well, you guys you're angry, you're shell-shocked, you're this and you're that. We go, well, yeah, we are angry. I mean, you come back home and your own countrymen call you names, spit on you, and can't get a job and those kinds of things. And so we want people to understand that soldiers are soldiers, and it takes an extremely brave individual to park their life, to go away, to do some things that most people couldn't do or wouldn't do.